Let's just get this fucking thing started.
Sounds good.
Hello, everybody. We're live. We're back. Ace Attorney 3, Case 3. We're just gonna hit the start button today. No fucking around.
Is it case 3? Looks like it's case 2. Oh no, it's case 3 because the tutorial. Yeah, okay.
Damn it, we got locked in a time vortex.
Or is this... No, this is the one still after the tutorial, isn't it? Because the tutorial for this game was the flashback one of Phoenix was the defendant, and we were playing as the older sibling, and now it's the... Yeah, no, this is the very first one of the game post the tutorial one still.
Well, yeah, but this is part 2. This is the double crime. So he's been condemned by his own alibi. Now we have to somehow free him a second time.
Yeah, we got him out of being the thief, but now he's charged with murder. So now we have to figure out how to prevent that.
Oh, and if anyone out there has never seen this game before or our last episode and is kind of confused, our client is a very feminine man. So he just looks like that.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, this game is Capcom, so people just look like this, so maybe people are expecting that sort of thing. And we're explaining the whole jar from the last game that she broke because she was playing with a tiny ball.
And then wrongfully put back together.
Because again, she's like 8. Pearls is kind of intense in this game.
Well, Pearls is going back to the village is what just got established, so...
Didn't she, like, abandon us for 3 minutes for some reason? Or was that in the last game? Because she had,
no,
like...
that was this one.
She had, like, some sort of moral rejection of what we were doing.
The thing stolen... no, I don't remember exactly what it was, but the thing that was stolen is from her village, and I think something we did was going to... Oh, it's because we were representing the thief, I think. The supposed thief that stole from her village in the long run.
Did we figure out who the actual thief was, or did we just prove that the guy didn't do it?
I believe we got the, that one detective guy to admit that he was the thief.
Oh yeah, the really flamboyant guy.
No. The flamboyant guy is our client.
No, the PI guy, like the more flamboyant guy. Yeah, this guy. Luke Atme, who I still
Luke
hate.
Atme. Luke Atme, I think we got him to admit. Yeah, he is in fact masked to mask. So we got him. It updated that he admitted to being the thief.
Well, we gotta take notes too, otherwise Phoenix here is a terrible attorney if he doesn't do that. What, she got a motorcycle now, or she learn how to drive?
No, she's saying she wants a motorcycle or something.
We can barely afford our office, Maya. Calm the fuck down. We're not getting a company motorcycle. We're gonna be killed on the insurance of that. We did get the thing back, but now we have a bigger problem. Is it covered in glue?
No, so what's different about it is it's fixed, and I don't think it's in my inventory anymore because we literally just handed it over, yeah.
We still have the broken sword, though.
But yeah, if you recall correctly, in the last game, when she fixed it incorrectly.
Yeah, it ended up spelling I am, and obviously was all fucked up.
Yeah. But now it's... When we found it during this case, it was fixed.
Yeah, it used to look like this.
Yeah.
No one realized that was broken. We glued it back together. Us, the detective. We couldn't wipe off the glue for some reason.
Well, no, the pink splashes is the spilt paint. Remember there was spilt pink paint at the scene of the theft?
I do remember there's a lot of paint, I just don't remember what color it was.
Oh yeah, Maya doesn't know because we didn't tell her because we promised Jules or Pearls during this case when she broke it, during that case in the last game when she broke it, we promised her that we would correct it.
So this jar was at the scene of the crime. It was in a box.
Yeah. We promised her we wouldn't tell anybody that she broke it.
I mean, to be fair, if she doesn't know, that's a legit question.
So Maya's confused about why it looks different, and she doesn't realize that Pearl once upon a time broke it.
You can't tell her about the history of her sacred object. Why are we standing around talking to Maya? We got shit to do. Our guy's in jail again. Because she's been employed by us, but not really. You just want to go back to your village, don't you? Because there's nothing like that in Neo Tokyo. When I was there, when a guy got shot, probably. They are transformed into a completely other person and, I don't know, walk around and talk to me.
Yeah, that's still not what happened during that case.
Well, not during that case, but during every other time this channeling has done things. We keep talking to one ghost, and that's it. The power of spirituality. We can talk to one ghost. Let's go take over Atmi's detective agency and become all of their clients. Why are we at the interrogation? Why weren't we out here before? If we were going to the interrogation, we went at the completely wrong time. He's been standing in the exact same pose for the last 3 years. What are you talking about? That guy is a cardboard cutout.
I like how it's still called the mass hideout, even though it's not mass to mass hideout. Like, we've proven that this isn't, like, we've proven that our client is not mass to mass. Thus, his home should not be labeled in the game as mass to mass hideout anymore.
Maybe we're doing it out of respect for Desiree, who wants to be a criminal. Because it's exciting. Well, somebody's gotta... I mean, I'm still his lawyer. I'm working on it. Maybe Coffee Man did it. Can we get our antagonist arrested? I mean, he's such a bad lawyer. Maybe he'll get himself arrested just by talking badly. Hey, do you know anything about that security company that came to your house yesterday?
Well, it's the security company her husband works for, and where the murder happened was at that company. Because that's his alibi, is that he wasn't at the scene of the theft, he was at this place, but that alibi puts him in the square of apparent murder.
Well, it was worse. The alibi put him in his boss's office, and his boss was shot.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we got how the boss died yet, but the boss was killed.
He was totally murdered for some reason. It's going to turn into a larger conspiracy. Oh yeah, this is our antagonist, Coffee Lawyer. Who is a very weird person, if you couldn't tell.
So apparently the wife doesn't know that her husband doesn't actually work for that security place anymore. She still thinks he works for that security place.
Desiree's kind of an oblivious person for some reason. Well, if you have a motorcycle, you can just drive on the highway. I mean, the sidewalk. I don't know why I said highway. Oh yeah, Desiree is a threat to the community, and we have to stop her.
She is actually semi a threat to the community. as she likes the thrill of living on the edge, which is apparently the opposite of her husband.
She has tried to kill many people.
No, more like she just has done stupid things that, you know, probably endanger not only her life but the life of others.
And yet she came back every time with a scratch on her. Oh yeah, isn't this the game where Maya and Pearl, or just Maya, was being, like, even out of character stupid? Like, we had to, like, keep reminding her about really simple things.
I don't remember.
I hate Luke very specifically.
There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Isn't your husband kind of a cowardly guy?
Isn't your husband someone that you could just push over by staring at him wrong? Do you have any information, or do you just want to have the information? Well, considering he was the guy. Damn it, why are we never on the news? That guy was on the news, and that guy was an asshole.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's the one that got us the bag.
Oh yeah, she stole the evidence.
Yeah. She's the one that got us the bag, and then we were able to prove that she didn't plant it because our fingerprints were on it from the day before when we reached into the bag.
Is she just going to establish that our... We know! We believe in our client. That's our whole deal. That's the moral of Nyx.
Except for the last game, where we had a bit of a moral panic because of it. Because we had a client who literally was the murderer, and we knew this, or was like he hired a hitman involved in the murderer kind of deal.
Well, yeah, but we did it for Maya, which clearly worked out in our favor, but not really, because Maya is really bad in this game. I said it multiple times. We would have been better off with Pearl as our sidekick. And I know it sounds like a joke, but I still kind of mean it. Ron is the best man that I've ever seen. That's why I married him. And he had all this stuff before then. I'm really into tiny hot air balloons. I don't know, they seem to match up, like, really well. In, like, a very ridiculous anime sort of way.
Apparently it was love at first sight for Desiree, but not necessarily for...
Desiree was just constantly chasing him. How is that possible? What do you do, like grappling hook in and save you accidentally?
At work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed
Wait,
in.
you had a job? What? So I fought the gun-toting robbers? What?
I mean, in all fairness, she hasn't mentioned a gun.
Well, okay, they had machetes. They're gonna
they ended up. She tried to fight back, but they took her hostage.
They're gonna rob the bank with machetes because apparently this is an '80s movie now. That's not really what a security guard does, but sure. Wait, he just yelled at them?
He begged. The angle shows that he's on his knees. He's begging the robbers.
What the fuck are the robbers? Why is everyone screaming? What the hell's going on? Why does he got a little bean pop on his fucking mask? He took a mask from a winter store and didn't do anything with it. It's not a good story that makes you all look like dorks.
Yeah, it seems like he got lucky.
It's lucky they didn't immediately kill him for being such a giant bitch.
We already did do it for you, Maya.
Well, we didn't cry. We just somehow managed to trick the murderers into getting themselves put in jail. Because they're dumb.
Let's see if we can talk to...
Well, who would
Luke
be
Atme
here?
while we're here. I don't know, Luke Atme probably.
But isn't he in jail?
Oh, it's crawling with cops. Yeah, okay, you're right.
Oh, so Shoe's here. Mr.
Gumshoe
Shoe.
might be here.
They're not doing a good job. Everything looks exactly the same as when we left.
Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen, actually.
But he's the only cop in this city. How is that possible? Or at least the only detective. I think everyone else in this world is just a bunch of beat cops. I don't think that's something he would say.
I mean, that's kind of what Phoenix just said.
Wait, we can't go to the CEO's office anymore.
Might as well just stop by everywhere.
Lord Lee Taylor? I thought this was like an actual museum. Is this just being run out of a store?
Yeah, we already established this last time. It's an exposition at a
Well, it's at the department store, but it's like...
Yeah, it's at a department store.
It's not like at just like some rent-a-space. This is like being run out of a store. Just someone else's store.
Yeah, I assume it's like a display they have somewhere in the store for... just to draw people in or something, I don't know.
Maya, I just want to be a detective. Stop being dumb. And now we're in the garage again. Why are you in the garage but not on the floor? And also, why are you immediately freaking out? Did someone steal that giant golden statue? It got taken into evidence, or took it back to the village. I don't really know what happened to the urn. Or we found it.
No, it wasn't Mask wife who found it. It was the wife of the guy we were defending.
Well, Maya's so dumb that she probably didn't put that in her own brain yet. I don't do background checks on my security people. I just trust them when they come in the door. Yeah, we know. We know what the timeline is. Why do we need to know this again? Yes, 20, 10, 5. That's the timeline. It's really weird round numbers.
5's not a round number.
I'm pretty sure
5's
5 is a round number.
No, 5's an odd number. Divided by 2, Jeff. That's how you know if it's a round number or not. Round numbers can be divided by 2. Odd numbers can't. You'll always be left with a remainder.
Did she not put any of these pieces together, and she's just trusting that the cops are going to do it for her? So she doesn't know what's going on?
She seems to know.
He was expertly hiding behind the box's shadow the whole time. Well, yeah, we can't pin the murder on Mask. He was here. Also, that paint still hasn't done anything. So does Nyx actually think that it's a fake face?
No.
How did...
Nick knows it's repaired.
Why is she hiding things from us? She's not even, like, anywhere near being the suspicious one. Why is she hiding things? I'm imagining Maya probably just juggles every piece of evidence that we get our hands on. So why are we stopping her now? That bent sword is still here. Oh my god, Maya bought a clue finally. What a surprise. Don't go in the back room, there's no clues there. Andrews, go away.
I'm curious if we can do this. Because it feels like it shouldn't be connected to the murder, so it feels like we should already have everything we need. But
well, our case file is filled with like 14 pieces of evidence, so maybe. Yo, why is there paint all over this face? How does she keep getting put in charge of things when she's this flighty and irrational all the time? She's standing there perfectly calm, and then she flips out anytime someone talks to her about this freaking exhibit. So what are we doing next? Well, that's not gonna help you. Wait, genuine? How am I supposed to prove that?
I don't know if we have anything right now that proves that.
This wall will prove it. It has clues in it.
No, I don't think we have anything right now. I'll come back to this.
Can we go to the urn itself and get some clues there?
No, because she took it back to the village.
Here's my giant golden vase, and a guy got murdered in it, apparently. Why did they put the vase on top of the crime scene?
You mean the safe?
Well, yeah, but why is the safe on top of the crime scene?
I don't know, but you were saying vase, or at least it sounded like you were saying vase. Maybe that's how he was killed. Maybe he was crushed with the safe.
So what, he was killed by a wily coyote?
Oh, you know what it is? The outline of the body goes inside the safe, so the body was inside the safe.
Gumshoe, what's going on? How did you trace this crime scene? Well, Maya just exaggerates everything. Just don't take anything she says seriously. Just give her a cookie and tell her to sit down. Says Gumshoe, the guy who yells all the time. I don't know if he's a nice guy. I think he just does his job. He cuts his face the same way every day.
What happened?
What?
That's what we asked. We're asking what happened.
Oh.
I was just doing the Mickey Mouse meme.
Why are we going to cry?
The victim's name is Kane Bullard.
And he had a giant mole on his face.
He was the CEO of KB, with Kane Bullard Security, and a pretty big fella in his own right. Corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death, 1 in the morning on October 12th.
Wait, he was killed yesterday? I thought he was killed, like, a while ago.
He was killed like 2 days ago. His body was found this morning. Someone
hit him very hard. Because he was in the safe, or under the safe.
I'm pretty sure he was in the safe. Yeah.
We marked where he fell out of the safe. Let's continually dunk on our only employee, Mrs. Incompetent. We're already doing that. What, he already get executed or something? Yeah, it's almost like someone should have investigated him before the 5th crime. I'm pretty sure Gumshoe believed him at some point. How did the police never put this 2 and 2 together before? If it was so obvious. Was the witness Luke? I don't need this for my scrapbook anymore, you can just keep it. I can barely see his face, what are you looking at? This is a really grainy picture.
I think that's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be Ron DeLite in the photo. That's why he's obsessed with Mask. Like, see how he kind of has long brown hair? About all you can tell. The guard has long brown hair.
I can't tell anything from this picture. It's really bad.
I don't know. I think I can tell that they have at least long brown hair.
Like, look at that fucking hand they drew. That looks like just a... That looks like a square. It turns out he's just a dick. I don't know, he's just a guy. Wait, didn't he come in from out of state just to work at the prosecutor's office and he's famous?
No, so that was his first case, like, ever, apparently, yesterday or something like that. But he was recommended by,
Dickface.
Prosecutor Shrouded in Mystery seems to know me somehow. So, yeah, he seems to have some sort of chip on his shoulder against, Phoenix specifically. So Phoenix has presumably ran into him before, but we don't know because he's got a mask on. And then, yeah, he apparently got the job because he was recommended by Edgeworth. But that was apparently like his first case ever yesterday.
I don't remember any character we've run into with crazy white hair before. I wouldn't call him an Iceman, but it's close enough. I don't know if Icemen have that much passion. And how bad they are as lawyers. Who would have a grudge against Nix except for all the criminals he's dealt with? Also, who would be secretive? Let's go over the whole history of this stupid trilogy. Can Maya just have a notebook or something? Is she just doing this all off the top of her head? So Gumshoe, how have you fucked up shaving on your face the exact same way for the last 3 years? How did you manage to do that?
You see, he has a permanent scar there that he just chooses to cover.
I mean, how embarrassing could it be? Did you get into, like, a really bad knife fight?
Maybe.
I think Gumshoe would be kind of the person who would fight with his fists instead of with a knife. He knew a lot of skeletons in a lot of closets somehow.
Because he sends security teams to people's businesses, so, you know, he's kind of privy to, you know, private information if something needs guardian.
Is Maya trying to pickpocket us really badly? We're not paying you, Maya. You already live at my office. Wait, he was doing illegal things?
Apparently.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a crime. Wait, oh, never mind, that does make sense. Well, yeah, they fucked up 5 times. To the point they didn't even hire them to do the last job. They hired Mass to do that. I don't know, it's probably the employee manual. I don't know, maybe I read the title? Well, yeah, they did the security on 4 of his jobs. Of course they have a big booklet about him. This isn't surprising! We just learned about this. Again, this is not surprising. This is information that the security company would have. Do you just mean the list of the things he stole and not the entire fucking file?
I mean, it's likely that we already know most of the information in it, so the list of stuff he stole and their values, the new information.
Maybe everything he stole is in the sacred urn and we need to get it back. Except I don't know what solving the theft would have to do with the murder. I mean, that's not that gross. Unless he was, like, bleeding everywhere. I mean, if it was the night of the murder, it must have happened really fast because it happened at 1 fucking a.m. He would have had to die in an hour. Otherwise, it happened the day before. It's got 3 different locks on it. I think we're gonna have to check because we can't trust Gumshoes investigating anything. Oh, let me guess, was it the guy? Wait, he was the security chief?
Yeah, so not only...
Really?
Not only was he...
Well, of course he would know how to open the safe. It's just making it all worse. Which means that clearly a business enemy... Don't push the button. I hate you, Maya. I fucking hate you in this game. And I want you to go away. What, is he on the ceiling? Oh my god, she literally just pressed the button without even looking at it. Why is it connected to the basement? How's that gonna help how's that gonna help you do an emergency fast?
Well, it's like it's tied to the room all the security guards chill in. So like, they suddenly get the alarm and they know they need to run upstairs to the boss's office. How
about you put their quarters closer so they don't have to run up 8 flights of stairs? There's probably a record of it, I would imagine. So he was caught off guard, like, really, really fast. How are there no fingerprints on this button? Someone's had to have pushed this button before. There has to be fingerprints on it. I do not believe that. I do not believe that there are no fingerprints on this button. That's retarded. Why would you install this and then never use it? Yeah, it's like the library from Resident Evil 2. Except we don't have to literally push them around. I think they do security in the real world. What the fuck is this place?
This is the security guard office.
How is this an office? How would you be able to work in here? We have 13 different sonar displays for some reason. And we're in the middle of a naval battleship. Oh crap, it's Butts. How do you still have a job, Butts? Hasn't it been 2 days? Isn't that the average amount of time you can hold down a job?
No, he was doing well at that one job in the first game. He was selling hot dogs or whatever in the park.
Wait, he doesn't know we've been a lawyer for 5 years? Have we never talked to Larry before?
I mean, we defended him.
Well, yeah, but that was 3 years ago. Have we not talked to him before then?
He apparently has been running around with different women, and it's been difficult to...
Oh, so Larry's just a dick.
Get a hold of him. I mean, I wouldn't say a dick, someone just really busy. Like, people get busy.
Yeah.
You don't see your friends as often as you'd like.
Well, yeah, but if you're not gonna make any time for it, then you're kind of a dick.
I mean, there's one thing to whether... sometimes you can't make the time, you know?
No, not for 3 years. I don't believe that. Hell, even 1 year is pushing the hell out of it.
He was fired a year ago already.
Well, it's kind of weird that he would be the murderer based on being fired a year afterwards. That seems like a pretty shitty coincidence. Are you just not talking about you, Larry? Why are you smiling all the damn time? Yeah, that's what security does. Is your job doing the security for the security office?
Probably. In all fairness, it's probably the place that needs the least security most of the time, so...
Also, what's going on with
so putting Butts there is probably the safer place to put him as an employer.
What's going on with the monitor in the lower right? Is it monitoring a spreadsheet?
I mean, maybe that monitor has, like, a spreadsheet or some sort of information on it, yeah.
I just go tackle the crime myself, as long as it's like, I don't know, loitering or something. What the hell are you talking about? How are you in charge and also an idiot? Well, then tell us what actually happened, Larry. We're right in front of you. We're here to get an eyewitness thing. Can you just give us that? How has Larry got the same difficulty as Andrews does? Did they just make a butt smell joke that I missed?
I mean, yeah, but that joke has been around since the beginning of, like, since the first game. The first game is when something smells off, it's usually the butts. Like, that was, like, the line they attributed to Larry Butts in the first game. Because he's always getting into trouble.
Well, Larry's just a bad friend. He's only ever talked to us in case they needed us to help him out of a jam. Do you know anything about your boss?
No, doesn't want to talk about his boss.
I would doubt that this guy would know his boss. He's like 5 levels down security man. How are we gonna defeat Larry's psychic defenses?
I don't know, we'll see.
Larry's airtight, we can't beat him. Larry, here's a newspaper clipping. Now tell us the truth. This is a newspaper clipping of the Walmart opening down the street. What does this have to do with anything? Okay, so why did we point that out?
Oh, because he snuck off yesterday, so why didn't he probably could have snuck off from work the day of the murder?
I thought he was doing that as a part of his job.
More like he more just wanted to hit on the hot wife.
Yeah, Larry's just a bad person. Or an idiot.
A bit of both.
Well, Larry, you're the one freaking out here, not me. We saw you yesterday, isn't that good enough?
I mean...
Okay, so he found this at 1 a.m., which is the night of the crime, so I guess we have no other information. You're the one who found it. That's a lie, Larry. Come on. Do you not remember yesterday? We even have a flashback of it. Here it is. Here's a video I took of our conversation. Which I guess means that the wallet wasn't found at the scene of the crime, because then how would he not be able to witness it?
He found it on the first floor of the building.
So clearly...
What he said in the flashback.
So clearly, Ron didn't do it. But that's not true. Well, we don't know what the shift schedule is. Does Larry just not know that this is a murder case? I mean, he mentioned the killer, so he has to know. This key card? Maybe the emergency button. I'm guessing he probably wasn't at the trial. Which means that Larry is the murderer! Because this is your key card.
No, it's not his key card. The key card was in Ron's wallet.
But it has his name on it. Case closed. Slap cuffs on him. Larry, how can you see space so well? I mean, you're not the murderer. Unless you were. You did it. What'd you go to the bathroom?
No, it's a girl. It's always gonna be a girl with Larry.
Larry has nothing else going on in his life. Wait, what? So not only did he get dumped by the boyfriend she now had, but he also got assaulted at the same time. What the fuck?
I mean, it's likely the girlfriend was cheating on the boyfriend with Larry, because we know Larry's been involved in infidelity before.
Unfortunately.
So my guess is, the girl called him, say, hey, come see me. He got there, the boyfriend was there, and the boyfriend kicked his ass.
I don't think there's anything you can do to make up for this, Larry. You're gonna have to testify about this. What do you mean all this crap just dumps a bunch of shit on the floor? Here's 50 pages of evidence. Read this quickly. You're gonna be quizzed on it, Larry. There's gonna be multiple choices. There are gonna be trues and falses, and you're gonna have to write 3 essays. You wanna ask him about the button?
Yeah, I do want to ask him about the button.
But no one's ever used the button. This button is brand new and it's been installed for 10 years. No one has ever pushed this button. What?
He's flirting with Maya, because that's all he does.
That was flirting? Really? That's just not something completely ridiculous that he said. I mean, I'm preparing, Larry. What are you gonna say? Accidentally. She was clearly in danger by pressing the button. Wait, it's on the first floor, not the 10th floor? It's a really weird thing for a bigwig's office to do. Well, he did abandon his post, like, in a split second. So he clearly doesn't care. Why would I do that? I'm really lazy. I mean, the crime happened yesterday. We're gonna need the recent stuff. Do you have any sonar data we can take? Because you have 3 radars on this fucking thing. What, somebody break in here and delete all the records? As everything that happened in this case happened at 1 a.m. Literally everything.
The buzzer went off at 1:02 a.m.
Yo, Gumshoe, look at this time data.
I'm curious if we can talk to our person now. Yes, looks like we can. Okay, good.
Well, we did attend the interrogation for some reason. It seems like something... A lawyer should be able to do that, so I don't know why we didn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
We were literally his lawyer. I think we fucked up. Oh yeah, I forgot someone was being blackmailed.
Our client was being blackmailed.
I don't know if we're gonna get any useful information out of Mr. Crybaby here. Cause he made up a lot of his timeline in the last day of the case. Are you trying to get your hair out of your ear? What are you doing?
He's thinking. People turn their head sideways sometimes when they think.
So Luke attacked you? I'm not sure how Luke was there and at the exhibition at the same time.
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
Maybe Luke is actually 2 different people. Oh, so he was the one who opened the safe? Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you do that?
It's really weird, Ron. So I avoided all the cameras. Why would you do that? Now you have no alibi. Why are we getting the dramatic delight music? Well, I mean, if he was being interrogated when we weren't here, of course he already ran through his story. Why does everyone want this urn? That wasn't even worth anything. He was probably fired because he was incompetent or a criminal.
I'm starting to think that the twist is going to be that there are two people who have played the role of Master Smith. Or Master Mask. Where did I get the Smith? There's still
you're actually flashing back to Killer 7? What?
Yeah, there we go. That's where I'm getting I was like, where am I getting that?
You were only half paying attention to that game. How do you even know that?
I don't know. It just defaulted in my brain as Master Smith, and I was like, yes, that's because that character had. So Master Mask. My guess is the very first stuff Master Mask did was Ron here. And I'm not sure why he did it yet. It might be because of a blackmail thing. It might have been his boss was having him steal things for him or something. But
maybe it's revenge for how they were never able to catch up to Mask. And they're really pissed about it.
Yeah, so the blackmail letter has to do with the fact that the early Damask crimes are going to turn out to be Ron, but then the later ones are going to turn out to be,
doesn't she know, like, everything? Or, no, wait, she thinks he still works there.
Yeah, Desi still thinks he works there.
Because I don't want to look bad to my wife. Or this. I was just doing it as a day job, man. I was just doing it on the side. We already proved that he didn't steal the urn. Why is he admitting he was a thief now? For what? You guys live in like a fucking studio apartment. What do you need all this money for? Desiree's constant, like, tickets and lawsuits?
I mean, yeah, it's been stated that she spends a lot of money.
Doesn't seem like we see, like, what she spends it on. Like, where is all this money going?
Expensive motorcycles? Gasoline for said motorcycles?
Is she just doing, like, 20,000 miles a day?
Could be. Speeding tickets, as you said.
But isn't this you in this picture? Okay, so you hid it in a Spider-Man trash can. And then I also took the picture because I turned out to be a news reporter. I'm gonna sell this to the Daily Bugle. No, he doesn't.
So yeah, okay, so on the very first case of Master Mask stealing, Luke Atme found Master Mask's discarded uniform.
That's why I had to build an entirely different one. Well, considering this guy had a fake job, he had all the time in the world to fucking do this.
So he's gotten more than one blackmail letter, apparently.
How does anyone even know how to get in contact with this guy? What the hell is this theme?
I don't know.
I'm actually going to turn this up. This actually sounds really good. I mean, he had to have, like, another place when he was going to his fake job, when he was, like, building his gadgets in his new uniform. So how did whoever's blackmailing him find his, like, secret place? So you were being forced to fence shit? With this guy?
He stole something, and then the blackmailer took the thing he stole, but then also paid him for it.
And that's what...
And then he started getting plans in the mail.
And that's why he did the 3 other crimes?
Yeah, so all the other crimes. So now he has essentially his blackmailer is also his silent partner when it comes to thieving.
So, Mask here is actually not a great thief because... he had to have the plan shipped in from someone else, and he just did them.
Well, he managed to successfully steal the first thing, but someone found out who he was, and rather than turn him in, that person decided to blackmail him into stealing more things via their own plans.
It turns out it's actually very easy to steal things when you only weigh 100 pounds. Like Ron here. Ron is a giant fucking string bean. What, I'm reminiscing about all the crimes I've committed. Please don't arrest me, cop. You didn't hear that. Well, if the urn was the target and you stole it, except I guess you didn't steal it, then how did you never see it?
He also never got a plan to steal the urn. The urn wasn't one of his things. It was...
I can't. There's a window in between us. But you were there. What were you... well, I guess you already told us what you were doing there.
He was there because the blackmail letter told him to go there.
So maybe we should follow his blackmailer who obviously did it? Because if they were planting Ron here at that specific time, then clearly they did it. Nix, you do that all the time! What are you talking about, I guess? Wait.
Oh, Pearl's back.
How is Pearl here, and how did she know we're here?
I don't know how she knew we were here, but, she must have taken a bus back from the... She must have went to the village, dropped off the urn, and then came back. Well... the sacred urn, Mr. Nick, I took it back to the village to have it examined.
Well, clearly Cardboard Cop told her that we were here.
They said it's the real... People at the village said it's the real urn.
We were able to find the barcode on it.
There's apparently a small problem.
Was it full of jewels? Yeah, we know that. We saw the paint. Nix, you saw the paint! You can figure out, like, that's a clue. Like, come on. That's like the easiest dots to put together here. You're our client. Of course we're not going to forget you're here. Just call us next time you're being interrogated. We'll come. Jesus. Do you not understand how to be arrested?
But yeah, now I think we can break her thing.
Oh yeah, we probably have enough evidence to talk to Andrews. Why are you still here? It's been like 4 hours.
I mean, it's her job to do this exhibition showing.
Is she showing like a picture of the urn or the urn itself?
Probably the urn itself.
Why are you hauling that around? I don't know, maybe. But, like, what question are we trying to figure out here?
It told me to take a look around one more time, so let's quickly do that.
We have a sign. Is it the fact that it's covered in paint? Did someone, like, drop a paint can on it? Because if like, the previous trial that we worked on is right, then someone used the sword to attack at me, which... Wait, does that follow? If Luke stole the thing, how would he attack himself?
I think he just broke it, so...
So he broke it on a paint can on the box, and that's how the paint got there?
Could be, we'll find out, I guess.
I'm guessing the box itself wasn't locked, so we didn't use the paint can to, like, break it.
Okay, I can't examine that. That what? A is cockeye. Is that important?
No, she's just saying what she said 2 days ago. It's just that the sign spells things. The security phone! Can we stare at the security camera again? He wanted to be caught on camera so that he could blame Mask for the crime. That's what happened. Probably. Oh yeah, she said this too. And this is also one of the incredibly stupid things she said yesterday. Because you literally did 2 days ago.
Okay, well that must be... Oh wait, is there something new with the sword maybe?
Yeah, we probably should look at the sword again. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh yeah, her name was Adrian.
Adrian Andrews.
I don't think you can fix that sword. I don't think you have the ability to do that, so please don't. So how did that help us figure out how the paint got on the urn?
I assume I need it to do this.
Okay, so what was her first question again?
It was, do you have a way to prove that the urn's like the urn and not a fake urn?
Well,
the repaired urn.
Well,
and we do now, because I can show her the urn piece of evidence where it says that we know it's the genuine article.
Well, clearly Pearl says that it's real, so we can take her word for it, the 8-year-old.
No, she took it to the village, and the village said it was the genuine one.
Which, again, we're taking on her word. Because we didn't talk to the village. But maybe she doesn't know that, and her defense will fall apart under this clearly airtight evidence. Someone broke it again, and we had to put it together a third time. Because it was spelled differently before? Do we have a picture of what it looked like like a year ago?
Maybe. I'm not sure, though.
Shouldn't we have a picture of, like, the...
Oh, yeah, no, we do. I think one of the things is, like, has a picture of it. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, something has a picture of it.
I mean, it's a poster, but it's also a picture. Well, it doesn't mean anything. It's wrong. The paint?
I was gonna say the paint spills here.
And clearly, no other place in Neo Tokyo, period, has ever had pink paint spilt on it. Which means that you're lying.
I mean, it's very unlikely that the pink paint could have came from someplace else, given that the box it was in was found here with pink paint on it. The vase has pink paint on it, and there's pink paint spilled on the floor. They kind of all go together, even if we can't 100% prove that the pink paint on the urn is the same pink paint that's on the box and the floor.
Adrian is just a very weak person, and we're able to immediately, like, defeat her.
Okay,
very.
She's claiming you can't prove it's the same paint.
Oh my god, she called us on it.
And then it goes, well, hold on, the box has the paint on it too.
And the box has a label on it, which is 100% proof.
And the box fits into the spot where the paint spill is. There's like a lined area.
Adrian's not even trying anymore. We have the simplest evidence, and she's like, you got me. It can't be anything else. Oh, come on. That's silly, Adrian. I can clearly see how Adrian never became a space bounty hunter. She's too weak for it.
She's got Chozo DNA mixed in there or whatever. That makes her be able to do stuff even though she's leaner.
Well, Samus is also like 7 feet tall.
Is she? I don't know.
Samus is really tall.
I ain't never played a Metroid game. She tripped on the paint can.
She tripped while carrying the paint can, the box, the sign, and a couple gas cans.
She tripped on the paint can, Jeff. She wasn't carrying, she was only carrying the box. She tripped on the paint can. And the things around it probably tripped over those too.
It turns, or that. And that's when you broke the sword over the box. No one knows how to spell this 3-letter word.
Pearls is all sad now.
Well, Pearl...
She repaired it wrong.
Well, yeah, she was panicking, and again, an 8-year-old.
In all fairness, she put it back together properly.
Pearl put it
back together wrong.
Pearl put it back together very badly. And everyone fell for it because Capcom. To cover the paint or the broken vase?
To cover the paint.
That probably wasn't going to work long term. Especially when crimes happened. Did she trip over the statue and the sword and the sign? Simultaneously? So clearly, Luke moved the statue for some reason. There is a security camera on the door. Maybe we can see who did it. Someone attacked the statue with the sword to break it for some reason. That I have to go to court tomorrow. Because I'm gonna find his ass and nail it to the wall.
Luke Atme is gonna make another appearance.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to probably get his testimony to solve the murder.
Well, we're going to trial.
Well, it's not like murder cases are like public spectacles. That doesn't explain why everyone's here. I guess I'm not the lawyer for that crime. Are we not going to acknowledge the guy who just said something? Yeah, fuck off, guy. We're having a conversation. Wait, that was Ron?
Apparently.
But we do, and we did. That's not true.
I mean, yes, a thief can be poor.
Are you trying to eat your microphone?
Me?
I don't know why you're moving it all the time.
Well, I'm not moving it. You're probably hearing the mint. I have a mint in my mouth, and I'm moving that around in my mouth, and my mic might be picking that up somehow. Because my mic hasn't moved.
Well, there has to be, because his alibi connects him to the murder. We spent a whole 20 minutes talking in the hallway. Where's Godot's, like, coffee person that's clearly standing next to him?
I still like the idea that he has telekinesis, but only for coffee cups.
He just had... Well, then where's his, like, pyramid of coffee cups that's over to the side?
Oh, they come from outside, like... It's like he's pulling them into the room from outside the room.
He's getting constantly freezing cold coffee.
That's why there's shots where his hand's down, like he's ready to grab one, but he doesn't have one yet. It's because he's starting to channel the coffee cup to him.
Well, let's see if Godot is going to be more of a competent lawyer this time. Here you go, boss. Now win this case.
Godot is my favorite so far of the new characters in this game, just because the coffee cup just magically sliding into his hand from nowhere is so amusing to me.
And that he also uses his coffee to assault Phoenix for no reason.
He did, you are correct.
I don't think you can like personally like label your witnesses like that. I think the judge is gonna yell at Godot. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any trial. Considering that his last trial was his first one.
Hold on. We actually have to count his coffee cups now going forward in the chapters. Every single time a new coffee cup slides into his hand, we have to count it as 1. And if he goes so throughout the entire, because trials happen for multiple days, but it's still the same trial. So if throughout the entire chapter he drinks more than, like, it happens more than 17 times, then he's lying.
It's kind of a shame that I don't have a second monitor, because I could literally just do that on the stream itself. Just have a counter in the corner. But I can't get to OBS because my game is full screened.
Oh, you're fine.
Can we count to 10? We'll figure it out. Because I think last case had like 8 or 9.
It was a lot.
And of course, Godot's theme is still here.
It's a good theme.
He's already on the stand. What are you talking about? I don't think that can be your... What the fuck, Ron? I don't think that's allowed to be your first question, because... I don't know if you could just ask that.
I don't see why you can't just ask that.
Well, yeah, but you have to... I imagine you have to, like, present evidence and shit. You can't just ask the accused, hey, are you the criminal? You kind of need details like, hey, were you here at this specific time doing this? Because we have evidence of this happening. I imagine there has to be rules for that shit because it's just so stupid. Yeah, let's do the whole testimony thing. That might help. I don't know who gave me this letter, so I believe them implicitly, and I'm willing to do anything it says. Yes, coincidentally, which is... I mean...
Yeah, that's cup number 2.
I mean, he died... He died at 1 a.m. We don't know if he was killed at 1 a.m. Oh wait, we know he died. I guess we don't know when he was assaulted. Sir, I object to his pyramid of coffee cups. It is clearly a distraction. And it's also falling over. Well, that's not a contradiction. Let's press him on that. Maybe we can get some more details. Yeah, as it turns out, I'm very unlucky. Yeah. We don't need you to admit to more crimes they don't know about. I don't know if we should have pressed him because he might actually start confessing to other crimes. Well then why did you do it? Also, do you even know this guy? How do you know that the blackmailer knows anything about you? I don't know, Nix, you're doing pretty good. Who I clearly am not, because the other trial proved that I'm not. Desiree just believes all the good things about her husband for some reason.
Don't want to know why he was fired.
He didn't tell us because he's a very shifty person. Godot, you have to pick one motive. You can't tell him that he's got every motive. Stop taking the easy way out and just have a defense. One defense. Yeah, why he was fired. Just why he was fired. Well, does Godot know the answer?
Apparently.
Has he even ever talked to him? Wait, so he left his job to go get more money? Oh.
He got fired. Remember, he got fired, so he did something that got him fired.
We're not gonna get him out of a courtroom. Like, he's gonna get arrested for something now. He just admitted to committing crimes on the stand. Well, I mean, this is Phoenix's fault. He didn't prep his witness. So we got fucked. And somehow Godot did. How did he do that? Is Godot from the future? I'm amazed he didn't have you arrested. Because, again, that's an actual crime. That's not just a shitty thing you did. That's a shitty, illegal thing that you did. What, do you think he's lying about committing crimes? Wait, so what are we doing?
Gotta press more things, I guess.
But haven't we gotten all the information? Okay. I mean, Ron's right. Press him further. This clearly doesn't make sense. Is that true?
I mean, I don't actually know, but it's just a really weird way to say that men are forged in fire. Like,
I guess.
You know, trouble makes growth, or difficulty causes you to, you know, grow.
Yeah, why is he holding out his hand for coffee? There's no coffee.
Oh, now there is. Cup number 3, by the way.
Gonna have to keep an eye on his coffee hand.
There is a reason why he wouldn't want the fact that he got fired to get let out. He wouldn't want Desiree to find out that he got fired.
Because Desiree believes in him no matter what. Yeah, but does his boss know that he's married?
Probably. Mrs. She's married.
That's wrong. Well, what are you even gonna do here? Oh yeah, he's gonna break our defense.
I mean, currently we're actually kind of just doing Godot's job for him, because we now gave a bit more motive. Like, he's like, I wasn't gonna pay that blackmail. I didn't care about it anyway. And we're like, yeah, you did care about it because you didn't want your wife to know. So in theory, we're actually helping the accusation, not the defense.
I mean, if that was the case, why the hell was Nyx looking smug about it?
I don't know. All I know is Godot's ability is that he doesn't get people to say the things that they need to say. He gets us to get the people to say what, like, because yesterday the same thing happened. For like the first part of the case, we ended up like providing evidence to Godot.
Well, to be fair, considering Ron's whole deal, like, it's gonna be easy to throw him under the bus. He's already admitted to us that he's already committed other crimes. He's a criminal! He admitted to one in front of you, Judge! It's on the record! Why are you saying he's a family man that cares too much? He's clearly a bad person.
I mean, but he's doing it all in the name of his wife, so that's why he's the family man. He cares too much.
Well, why is the judge saying that? Again, you can't do personal opinions in a court case. Especially the judge can't. Okay, so someone beat him up and then pinned the crime on him. Which is not going to hold up as an alibi because that's bullshit.
Oh, I wonder if that's going to be some weird twist. I don't know how it's going to work, but I wonder if somehow the sword was what knocked out our guy here.
Well, then how the hell was Luke at the office when he was supposed to be committing the other crime?
I don't know, and that's just something that's going to have to get pieced together somehow.
Well, this game better not do that thing where they're like, hey, here's some evidence from the trial that you weren't even at for Luke. Because that's bullshit. You already had your coffee. What happened to the other coffee you had?
Number 4, by the way.
Did he just pull coffee just to hit us with it?
And he threatened to throw the coffee on him.
Why would you have faith in Ron? He's already gonna be arrested for other things that he did. Other things that we can't get him out of not being arrested for. Press him on the press him on the shadow. We need to get some details about who was actually there. He was dazed, but he didn't fall unconscious. Also that. Not all of it.
Yeah, there's still that part about if I hadn't been wearing that. Which is a very clear, like, hey, press this statement. We put a vague word in there.
Wait, so you went to confront your blackmailer in your disguise? Why would you do that? He already knows who you are. Also... Oh, this is the KB security.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like the basement, so I was like, that wasn't there. But this, I don't think this like breaks anybody's case. It was just he was wearing a mask. That's your
like a helmet mask.
That's your 4th cup. You haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Yeah, unless we miscounted.
Unless he's getting some off screen, but then we won't be able to prove that. So he's lying either way. Maybe press him on that. What was he attacked with? Because we don't know if he was attacked with like a deadly weapon.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not the question I wanted to ask, Nyx. Stop confessing to crimes! Ron! Stop it! Ugh. If he's not immediately arrested after this trial, it's gonna be a fucking miracle. To do what? Go upstairs? What do you mean, wait and see? He's just gonna keep talking? Okay, sure.
Oh yeah, now he just for the first time brought up hiding the body.
Which again might be another thing that he's gonna get arrested for. You're obstructing the case. The judge is freaking out so hard about how stupid this guy is. This is the dumbest witness I've ever had in my courtroom, and I once had a parrot in my courtroom. Exactly, I don't know what the fuck his metaphor was supposed to mean. I don't know, because this guy is just keep adding new evidence to everything. So no one can be in the loop. Took about 10 minutes. Because he has the most dexterous fingers he's ever had.
Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Because someone pressed the button. Hold on. Someone pressed the button at 102.
At 102, something happened.
But if it took 10 minutes, he would have been there when the buzzer went off. Because
I suppose, but like
he was there at 1. He would have been done at 1010 or 110.
I mean, is that a necessary part of his anything? Aren't we supposed to be this guy's defense? Why do we keep saying that he's a liar? But he worked there. I will defeat you with my flowery language and white tie. I don't have any evidence, but I will beat you.
the guy is a pathetic loser who had gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity. Was not something Mr. Light could have known.
But he totally did. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do an impression of Godot. It's just deep voice guy. I haven't gone down to the office to hear that button. Fuck.
Okay, so the person who knocked him unconscious hit the button and ran so that they would find the body in Ron's unconscious body?
Sure.
And think that he killed him but then got knocked out or something?
Which I mean, if he was strangled to death, I don't know if that would work. He walked into the door and was immediately attacked. He didn't have a goddamn chance. Wait, so someone turned off the buzzer?
No, someone hit the buzzer after they knocked him out, and then no one showed up. And then, because no one showed up. And then eventually enough time went, and no one was really paying attention to the fact that the buzzer went off.
Yeah, but he hid the body in... Or are we saying that the murderer hid the body in the safe?
No. We're still saying Ron hid the body. We're just saying Ron hid the body well after the fact that the button was pressed.
Which means that the button would have had to stop buzzing, but, like, why would it do that?
Because it only buzzes for so long, I assume, and that entire time it was buzzing, he was unconscious.
Godot is gonna use this to throw us under the bus again.
So whoever pressed the button is the killer, I guess, but
we don't have any proof that anyone hit the button ever. Oh, no, wait, we do. We just don't have any fingerprints on the button.
Yeah.
Which means that a robot pushed the button. Or the button pushed itself. Sure, why not? But he died after the button was pushed.
No, well, also if our guy, if Kane pressed the button, there would be fingerprints because Kane's not wearing gloves or never wore gloves.
So we have two ways of proving that this is bullshit. Wait, how are we going to prove this now?
Oh, because we
can. We can prove
it.
We can prove this
by proving that it wasn't Kane that pressed the button, and we do that by showing the button that says it has no fingerprints.
Just throw the coroner's report at him.
No, we show that the button has no fingerprints.
It's a picture I took of the button. Well, that's number 5. Wait, is that the first time that we've seen him do a spit take?
I think so. Normally it's his mask, like, fuming up.
Why did he buy such a shitty mask that always does that? Well, no, he didn't, because clearly he didn't. How do we have a picture of him right now? We can't prove that. Can we actually prove this? You've been forced to do that ever since we met you, dude. You're not good at this. Well, clearly I don't have an answer. Unfortunately, I haven't put my case together. Oh no, wait, he was wearing a tie. It just looks like he was strangled with it. In this picture. Well, yeah, of course they were supposed to. You heard that yesterday. Yeah, to call the security guard so that Ron could get arrested. Well, clearly not. Who the game keeps trying to tell us was Luke somehow. I have no idea why, because you would have been unconscious at the time. Unless it took them like 15 minutes to respond. Why did you do a spit take there? I don't know, Ron. That's not my job here today. We need to get him off the witness stand ASAP. He keeps confessing to crimes. I really wouldn't call this well crafted, but whatever. Well, we can't prove it. Let's just say that Luke did it. Oh, you should have said that we did it for the joke. We're the criminal.
Bumshoe did it.
Us. Phoenix Wright. Sure, why not?
Yeah, so the thing they're getting at here is that the only person who could have blackmailed Mask to Mask and knew who Mask to Mask was
himself.
Was the other person pretending to be Mask to Mask. This is gonna be really interesting how we piece this together, because as of right now we'd have zero motive for why, like, Luke Atme is not tied to Kane at all. Like, there's no, like, the only thing is that, and in theory, it's actually the other way. Like, you know, the failure of being able to catch Mask to Mask is, you know, put bad reputation on KB security, which then allowed Luke to insert himself more into things. So it's probably better. Like, everything that happened that we know about probably works out better in Luke's favor. So I don't know why Luke would want to kill anybody there.
I would assume that Luke was trying to take down Ron as the ultimate thief and try to take his place.
Maybe.
Because he respected the guy that no one was able to catch, so he wanted to take him down. But yeah, if his motive was money, then that doesn't make sense.
So Mask to Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place.
Because he was there.
He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Mask to Mask was Luke's airtight, watertight, and unmissable alibi. Yeah, okay, but then who is the person in the Mask to Mask outfit stealing the urn if it's not Luke? Like if Luke set that up to be his alibi, someone still had to be there to set up that alibi.
It's Larry! Larry wasn't getting assaulted by the boyfriend, he was stealing things for Luke. Because he's so stupid. Which would prove that he wasn't at his post at the same time.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to stop the trial that's almost wrapped up to drag him into this trial now.
Are we actually allowed to do that?
I mean, it sounds like we're allowed to do it if we can present some sort of evidence that helps connect it enough.
I'm not sure you could do this in like real. Is our mentor trying to go talk to us from beyond the void? Or are we just remembering a thing that she said? Can we actually do that too? In the middle of trial? Okay, fair enough. Jeez, we also get a whole 20 minutes. Isn't the bailiff supposed to do that, or somebody? Okay, now we're here. But who's the other defense attorney? Oh my god, another dude. It's a man and a lion, half and half. Who's this hoser? I'm pretty sure that you're not allowed to do, like, any of this.
I mean, it's not our,
I don't think you can interrupt a verdict in a completely different case just because you want to, and I don't think you can just throw accusations of crimes committed in the middle of a trial.
Well, as once again pointed out a million times as we play this series, the laws of this world aren't actual USA court laws. It never has been, and never, like, from the very get-go, it never has been. They set up the, while all of the rules aren't clear of what can and can't be done, they do set up, the very beginning of the first game, they explain that in this world, to expedite trials, there's like this 3-day thing and like all this other stuff. And so eventually, because, you know, how many times has it been guilty until proven innocent? Like, that's essentially how it always is for us in these games. And in the real world, it's the other way around. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But here, like, it's literally like if there's the slightest little thing that we can slightly tie to you and you can't essentially find without a doubt the actual murderer, your guy goes to jail. So, like, it's not the real court system. So in this world, I guess we can do shit like this.
Well, my counterpoint is if that the rules aren't going to be consistent, then why should I get invested in any of this?
I mean, I wouldn't say the rules aren't consistent.
I'm going to say that the rules are made up.
I mean,
when they want to be.
To an extent, I will say there's always rules we've never seen that come into play, or some sort of thing that can be done that comes into play that we've never seen. So yes, in that regard, new things that can be done show up in the story from time to time.
Okay, can we put Desiree on the stand so that her boobs distract the judge and we get a not guilty plea? Maybe that'll work because, like, we can't get Ron out of jail on this one. We just can't at this point.
Essentially, what the goal now is we have to swap Luke and Ron. So Ron's got to get the guilty verdict in what Luke was in Luke's case, and what Luke is just being tried for, which we've already got him the not guilty verdict on, which is like kind of weird. But I guess we only got him on the not guilty of robbing the one department store, like the vase, so he can get charged and accused for the other robberies, just not the vase robbery, and found guilty of those. And yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. And then on the other hand, we're gonna get Luke guilty for the murder.
I mean, yeah, like I said, like, if Ron doesn't get immediately arrested after this trial ends, it will be an absolute miracle, considering he's confessed to 2 or 3 crimes during his testimony. Which somehow I have the power to do as a defense attorney.
I mean, in all fairness, we were instructed by the judge to halt the Atmy's trial in the other room. We were instructed by this judge in this room. So it isn't just like Phoenix going in there and going, wait, I'm doing this because I want to. He's also like, wait, I'm doing this because of this, but also this judge is, with me on it.
I don't even know if the judges would want to have that power, because that also means that any other judge could do that to them.
It's true. In theory, other judges could come in here.
Why did no one take away your giant jewel ring? You're not allowed to have that in jail. Also, why would you want to have it in jail? That would get stolen, like, immediately from all of the other convict assholes. No, that's number 7, at least. Where were you at the night of the murder? You were hiding in a box, weren't you? Well, yeah, it was pathetically easy because you were the security detail. That's not you being skilled. You were just the security guard. I mean, clearly he doesn't have all of the costumes still, so I don't know if that proves anything. Also, this picture is in black and white. I mean, no, we can prove that the paint spilled because the paint spilled at the same time that the box was there, so that's the only time that the paint could have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, someone moved the statue already. But if he got the urn back from mask to mask, he would look even more impressive.
I feel like he wouldn't look as impressive.
Because he beat up a legendary thief man. Do we actually have any proof that he specifically did it and it wasn't like a third accomplice that he was working with just because he was a dick? I mean, do we actually have any proof that Luke did it? Because not even Ron knows who hit him. And that accomplice was me! Luke at me! I'm the ultimate criminal. I committed 2 crimes simultaneously. It's the hat. The hat proves that he didn't do it because how did he get the hat? Wait, how are we gonna prove this? There's paint, there's a wall. The paint. It's a blood stain? How can you tell this is a black and white picture? It could be green for all you know. The floor. Not if it was on wheels. Puts it on wheels. I don't have to prove that. Why would I need to prove that? All I have to do is prove that it was moved. Which I did. That's not the... Phoenix, don't give yourself more work to do. This is silly. No! Judge! What the fuck? This isn't part of my job.
There's only one person who could have.
It was Adrian! Adrian and her tiny noodle arms pushed the statue. Because he was the only one in the basement? To cover up your alibi.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is. He has to move the statue so that the photo makes sense. Because the photo must be doctored somehow, but I don't know how it's doctored.
But again, why do we have to provide this answer?
I mean, because we have to prove that if this photo is of Luke, that it's not, that this wasn't taken at the correct time or something.
Yeah, but we don't have to prove that unless Godot objects to it. Now we're just doing more work that we don't have to do. That's a really weird metaphor. And I don't know if it works. The corner thing is in the wrong place.
Timestamp?
Or the time, whatever. Seriously, isn't the paint splotch in the wrong place?
No, the paint splotch is in the right place.
I thought it was supposed to be in the corner of the whole pile, not in the middle of it. Didn't we just tell the judge? Yeah, but it was taken there at noon.
Yeah, so if that photo was taken a day or two before the crime happened, then the statue wouldn't have been there for when the photo was originally taken.
I mean, I don't know if rocking chairs would rock when no one was in them. You know, when they're being built. Are they just like, are they like purposely feeding Phoenix terrible metaphors to match Godot?
Maybe.
Oh fuck, I forgot to keep track of all the stuff I did. Why are you blaming Godot for this? That's also not true. That's like, I think he's at less than 7 or 7.
I mean, so I guess he's drinking some off screen. And when he says 17 during a trial, he means 17 during that day.
Well, do you have the answer then, Godot? We gotta go through the entire crime plan.
First required the quest from Time Lord about 20 days ago.
It was time for crimes!
The urn was placed in a box in Zavari. It was sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime.
And that's why I stole a fake urn. The speckled urn? What was it speckled with?
Paint. The pink paint. For when she broke it.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you actually caught him, Jeff. Jeff, you caught him. That's the speckled part shows that he couldn't have planned it ahead of time. Like this wasn't because he's saying here like, well, I couldn't see the urn until the day of the crime. But if he had to have seen the urn in order to know that it was speckled with paint. You actually just figured that out for me. I was like, well, I know there's something about the urn here.
That it was actually fake the whole time. It never left the village because it was too important. I don't know.
So yeah, you're right. When he mentions that he's never seen the urn until the day of the crime, that's a lie because he knew it was speckled with pink paint.
Shit, I need to start reading my case file again. Holy shit, there's clues everywhere. He wrote that I did it on the back of the sword. He wrote it in Spanish. That's the problem. Well, that didn't happen 3 weeks ago. No, wait. It's 10 days ago. So he just
claimed... He literally just claimed he never saw the urn until he stole it. But the calling card he supposedly wrote, which he probably did write, refers to it as a speckled urn, which means he saw the pink paint that happened when What's-Her-Face rebuilt it.
How could you forget about the iconic character of Adrian Andrews, who's been in 2 whole cases?
I mean, very few characters show up in more than... As of right now, I think only one character, other than like one of the like random nobody people that like are just involved in the case. I think only one has been in 3 cases, and it's the country bumpkin photographer girl whose name I'm forgetting. She's been in 3 cases across the games.
It's kind of hard to remember people who don't have a pun name.
Lot of Heart. That's her name. Lot of Heart.
Oh, she did have a pun name.
She does have a pun name.
It wasn't speckled with paint, it was speckled with value. That's what I meant. Damn it, I knew I shouldn't have built a fake crime scene. But he's not laughing like a maniac. He's gonna have more tricks up his sleeve. Maya, could you encourage me, like, a little bit? Yeah, but then I found more evidence. I mean, considering the guy in this picture is wearing a mask, that's not really being fickle. It's not like Luke is on this picture. Because he wanted Ron to fry for murder.
I don't think this country has the death penalty.
Well, considering this country doesn't have any rules, like, how do we even know that? He could be like punished by being drowned for all we know.
So now we're moving on to motive.
I mean, this is something we have to prove because we need to actually, like, put him at the office. I mean, I guess that's true, but if I can prove that he was there and he, like, maybe did it because he had the murder weapon, I think I can prove that. That's probably why we should go back to investigate, you know, the actual murder part. That's not true if you are masked to mask, which I can't remember if I'm trying to prove if you're not or not. But this letter is in your handwriting. That's a lie. You just signed it, Mr. Bullard. Well, if you didn't even know the guy, why are you saying it's a tragic death? Oh, he validated the evidence? What a fucking surprise. Phoenix, that's your job. You're supposed to do that. You never double check anything. That's a lie. Get him. He didn't send it to Rhonda Light, he sent it to you. He was gonna blackmail you, you sent it to Ron, and then you had the perfect opportunity to kill him. What is this red diamond he's talking about?
Oh! The red diamond on his hand, the ring. So you're right. It got sent to Luke at me originally, and then Luke forwarded it to Ron. I'm guessing.
And Ron didn't read it because he's dumb. You will answer as many questions as I fucking want to because I'm the defense attorney. What are you talking about? You want us to fight? It's the $50,000.
Actually, now I am confused.
Is it the list of stuff that he stole?
It's a blue gem.
I mean, yeah, that's blue, but he stole 3 other things.
This mentions the red diamond.
It's this giant amulet of a face. That's the contradiction.
Well, my guess is the contradiction is the fact that the gem is blue, maybe, or something, or the gem that Ron took is blue, but there's the gem on Luke's finger that's red. Maybe that's where we're getting to.
Did Godot not read the blackmail letter? The blackmail letter is like 3 sentences. How can you not read this quickly? Right.
Everybody's doing it slightly differently. It's just the last line is different. Right, Mr. Right, Nick. Yes.
I thought Maya was supposed to be our, like, moral support. Maybe your pose right now.
Oh, that's right. The red ring he's wearing was stated to be a reward he got when he returned the thing from the previous theft.
Well, I guess we're not going to need another day to investigate. Let's leave. Phoenix walks out of the courtroom. We're either up to 10 or 11 for this guy. He's the one falling over. I don't need to stand up to him. He's already weak. What do you fucking think? Godot?
No, Godot's trying to get it back to mask, and then if he's mask to mask, then he stole the vase, blah, 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 and then back to him being mask to mask. Because right now we're at the point where we're saying he's not mask to mask. So that's where Godot's trying to go with this. However, it's blackmailing the blackmailer. Because our client was being blackmailed to deliver the things he stole to a safety deposit box, which were then going to Luke. Luke was the blackmailer, the person.
So Kane was the one who gave him the red diamond as a reward for solving the crime that he committed?
No.
No, the crime that Ron committed, but he got the heist
so
for.
Ron committed whatever crime, like the previous crime. I think it was a painting or something. Whatever was stolen, the thing before the vase. Ron stole that. Then he put it in a safety deposit box. Luke gets it out of the safety deposit box, pretends he's the super cool investigator. Look, I found it. I recovered it. Doesn't explain how. Gets rewarded the red diamond. This Kane guy puts 2 and 2 together and figures out that Ron's being blackmailed to commit these crimes now by Luke. He blackmails Luke, and then gets murked.
But where's the murder weapon? No one was able to figure out who Ron was because he was always disguising himself as a woman. It's the perfect disguise. It's so perfect that he never thought of it. He's always looking like a fool instead. He's a crime clown.
Yeah, so in many ways, Luke at me is mask to mask in the sense that like he did everything except the actual act of the stealing. Like he came up with the plan of how to steal it and everything. He just never put his ass on the line in a way.
Luke is one of those people.
Except for the very first case, except for the very first mask to mask theft, that was 100% all Ron. However, Ron fucked up enough that Luke was able to put together then and then that it was Ron. And rather than turning Ron in, he started blackmailing Ron.
The answer is no. Wait, Nyx actually owned up to that? Because of this newspaper! It reported everything we need to know. You don't need to prep your evidence with a stupid one-liner, Nyx. Okay. The judge has never heard of Spider-Man. Spider-Man will hide his disguise in anything. He'll hide it in the Batcave. Why is the peanut gallery judging him? He didn't even get away with it after he did it once. He didn't get away with one murder. Wait, how are you objecting to this? No. I mean, but he can't do that. I guess we really haven't proven that he was at the office yet. Did Nyx just assume that he was gonna get away with not proving that? Yeah, it's the thing that you have to prove, Nyx. Like, Godot is actually right for once. Can I? We can't prove it. We have to give up.
I mean, we literally can't. We don't have any piece of evidence that's...
But can we bullshit one? Can we use this magic amulet? This thing? Hey, where did they find that? Where'd they find the amulet? Okay, so they found it
in
under
the
the
shadow
statue.
of Amy.
Which I don't think is going to help us.
Yeah, as of right now, we can't prove it.
Fuck. You didn't think that a minute ago. You lie. I don't think he's going to testify against himself, Nix. What do you mean? I don't understand. Didn't I just prove that he wasn't Mask to Mask? I'm just gonna go into that other courtroom and testify that he's not Mask to Mask. Because clearly I can just do that. Well, what am I supposed to do? I can't delay his trial. It's already gone through the 3 days. Double jeopardy doesn't exist in this universe. Well, it wouldn't be the same crime. It would be the murder case. But I have the proof that this photo is fake. I can literally just go to the other courtroom and be like, hey, he wasn't here. The evidence you're using isn't correct. Phoenix, you have to make something up. You need it.
Someone's got to pull something out of their ass here in a second.
Nope, he ended it. We can't get it back.
Oh, someone yelled objection.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. Who's talking to me?
Okay, so Mia's in the body of Maya right now.
Or she's there instead.
As I told you, Mia's in the body of Maya right now.
Do we need to get a helping hand on every case we work on now? But it is. Yes, he did that.
Oh, you mean the really rapid shit?
I guess. I mean, none of what he said meant anything. So we're literally just grasping at straws.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
Well, he can't object to it is the problem. Hey, you're the one who said those things, Luke. I can't stop them. Just read the transcript. We have it written down. Wait, did he actually say this?
I mean, this is him. He's now testifying on the thing he said a minute ago. So he's testifying about what he said. So that flashback is what he's testifying about. We're not looking at the exact words he said there. We're having him testify about why he said the things he said.
Okay.
Which was, I will be caught guilty for this. He'll be got guilty for this, and this, and this, and this. Whatever. There was like 4 things he said. Well, I just remember the 2 big ones being, I'm going to be found guilty of this, and he's going to be found guilty of that. Wait, how does he know this?
Because he stole the outfit from the trash can. Which is why he had his outfit before.
No. So he's claiming he's making a deduction about the current, like, the murder case, right?
Well, he's trying to put Ron there. And not him.
Okay, so anything the police knew, he knew.
Sure.
Because it's like, he shouldn't have known any of this. He wasn't in this courtroom this whole time. That's what I'm confused about, is how does he know about literally everything?
Because he stole it all from the police. Well, why don't you just press everything and hope he cracks? You better try everything. Well, thanks for your faith, Mia. That's also not true. That's like cup number 12 or 13.
As I said, he must be drinking cups off screen.
So that means that his 17 number is bullshit. Is Nix has done 2 cases.
So the
this
game
year.
literally just... So, Jeff, your answer of press everything, the game kind of stated that I only have 1 chance to press something. So if I press the wrong thing, I guess it's game over.
You want to press the glove thing? Which will point out the fact that he got his costume before. I mean, should we save if we're in insta-death territory?
Yeah.
I don't know if the game would be that cruel, but if you're right, it might be.
Well, do you want to test it? Do you want to just press on this? Something that we know is not 100% not important?
No, let's try at least. We got like 6 things that we can read. Maybe we can press him on that. I don't know how his keycard wallet being there is good enough for him to know. I mean, it's not good looking, but still. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means that the killer did it. And we all obviously know who the victim is. Well, I mean, that's bullshit. That's stupid. That's not evidence, that's just you guessing.
Alright, what do you want me to press, Joe?
I would pick the glove thing or the mistaking the color thing, because... I mean, I just really hate the stupid mistaking the color thing, because that's just dumb.
Alright, well, why don't you press that?
What are you objecting to? I didn't even say anything. Yeah, but I'm doing my cross-examination. You You can't just yell at me now before I even do anything. Wait, how did that kill me? I didn't do anything. I'm actually amazed the game did that.
They did warn me I get one shot. I pressed the wrong thing.
Fuck, even Mia abandoned us.
It's game over.
Okay, so what's your guess, considering I was wrong?
Well, he said he had everything. He had access to everything the police had access to. And there's the thing he said that I don't think the police had access to, because it was a thing we all found out about in this case. Which was that he was wearing the mask-to-mask outfit. No one knew about that until he mentioned the fact that getting struck on the head should have killed him if he wasn't wearing the costume. That's when literally everybody found out Ron was wearing the mask-to-mask costume when he showed up that day.
Because he admitted it in his own testimony.
Oh, maybe not.
But why would the game dunk on you for that when you were right? On the night of the Moida. I think that's the one clever one-liner that Phoenix has done today. He went to the scene of the crime when he was planning it 3 days ago. How do we know he wasn't mentioning it when he was being interrogated when we weren't there?
Because Godot would have known about it then.
Well, how do we know?
Godot didn't know about it.
Well, how do we know he's good at his job? He might have forgotten. Why did you object and immediately fall apart? What? He has a microphone under this stand! I mean, not from that, but from this other thing that we just talked about. Do we really have to prove something this obvious? Is there an earthquake now?
Yeah, what the fuck's happening? Why is the world shaking?
Because he's turning into his final form.
Yeah.
Or not. You said this, yes. Well, how long ago was the other case? 2 days ago?
In all fairness, that statement of unable to find a worthy rival, I made one myself, is true. Because he sent Ron all of the plans to be actually competent at being a thief. Like, he did send Ron all the stuff. And in a weird way, because of that, there's an argument to be made that he is mask to mask in the sense that he's the guy who planned it all out. He's just not the one who actively went and did it.
So Luke was the true crime clown.
I still don't understand why the fuck Ron hid the body.
Because Ron's dumb. That's what Ron does.
I mean, that's true. We know that, like, literally when that was, like, the costume was just hidden in a bucket at the crime scene, and the only person at the crime scene was Ron, the judge was like, well, that's really fucking stupid.
Well, you do realize that today he confessed to doing 2 or 3 other crimes that he didn't have to do. And he was also trying to confess to doing the thievery yesterday. So he's a really stupid person.
Ron is currently trying to speak up because it's doing the whole question mark person trying to butt into the conversation thing, but being really docile about it.
Well, clearly that's Desiree then.
Oh,
Desiree talks like that. But he was on the witness stand. How do you ignore him? He's the only one there. Oh, shut up! Jesus Christ. No, you're not. You are not innocent. Yeah, double jeopardy on this, not the other things you talked about.
I mean, I guess it depends on what he was being tried for yesterday, because if it was just the last, like, just the urn, then no, he's not double jeopardy. But if he was being tried for all of the thefts, then it would be double jeopardy, Jeff. He was found innocent of all of the thefts yesterday. So assuming that was all of the thefts and not just the most recent one.
I don't think that's how it works, because we were talking specifically about the urn theft.
I mean, yeah, if that's all what he was being tried for, just because that's all we talked about doesn't mean that's what we were... So let's say you're being tried for multiple thefts, and we know that all the thefts are connected because of XYZ, right? Mm-hmm. If I can prove what the defense might try to do to get you off, they'll put enough doubt onto one of them to put doubt onto all of them. Because if they're all connected and they all were 100% mask to mask, and we can put enough doubt onto this one that we can prove you're not mask to mask through this one, and because of this one you're not mask to mask, you're probably not mask to mask. They're like, there's a problem. They won't break it up to be like, okay, you're innocent of that one, but we're still getting you on all these. They're like, the jury's gonna be like, well, if he mask to mask clearly did all of these, so if he didn't do this last one, then he's not mask to mask. So that is a defense tactic that is used in the real world when you're handed like a bunch of charges, like multiple crime charges, is they'll focus heavily on one if they're all connected. Like if all the crimes show a connection, they'll focus super hard on one, because at that point they just have to get you. Now, once again, this ties back to the innocent until proven guilty aspect of real world court. Because if they can get you innocent of one of them, it makes you innocent on all of them, because innocent until proven guilty. So because we're proving you're definitely weren't tied to this one, and all of these are tied together, you're innocent of all of them, right? So in a way, if that trial yesterday was that, and he was tried for all the thefts, he is caught in double jeopardy here, meaning we can't try him for those thefts. We can try him for any future thefts that happen under the mask to mask moniker. So if like a copycat were to ever happen, he would probably immediately be arrested and tried, because he's now essentially just admitted to it. But he got away with it on double jeopardy.
I guess I would need to see if there was any ability for the prosecution to sever the conspiracy and try to refile the separate cases.
Yeah, and I don't know how that works in real life court. All I know is you can, when you go to court because of speedy trial, right? So let's say I stole stole 10 paintings over the last year, Jeff. Like I stole 10 paintings over the last year. I finally got caught. But because I have a right to a speedy trial, I'm not going to go through 10 trials for each painting. I'm going to get 10 charges of probably larceny, grand larceny, and I'm going to get charged with 10 charges of that, and that's all going to be one court case. If my lawyer can get enough doubt into the jury's mind, which in this world there aren't a jury, it's just the judge. But if my lawyer can get enough doubt into their mind that I didn't do one of them and that there's proof that they're all connected, and thus because I didn't do that one, and they're all clearly been done by the same person, thus I couldn't have done the others, I can be found not guilty. And if I'm found not guilty, then they can't try me for those 10 ever again, because then it's double jeopardy. So if I were to steal a painting very next month after being found not guilty, they couldn't be like, well, you stole 11 paintings now, or they couldn't be like, well, you stole 10 paintings, but just not the one that your lawyer got you off on. It would be, I could only be charged with one charge of grand larceny then if I would went and steal another thing. So while he is caught in double jeopardy here and can't be tried as mask to mask again, despite clearly being mask to mask, he also cannot commit a crime under the mask to mask moniker ever again, because the second any crime happens under the mask to mask like moniker, he'd be arrested and tried for it, and they'd point to this murder trial as evidence that he at least admits to being mask to mask.
Okay, so Mia, can you like re-cinch your belt so that your boobs stop falling out of your shirt? Like, I think this shirt is a little bit bigger than that. I think this is possible. But she doesn't understand how to do it. Is he saying to watch over Maya or Pearl? Because
Watch over Maya.
I thought they're both like shook up about the Misty thing.
I mean, that's more of a Maya thing, because that's Maya's mother's Misty, it's Pearl's aunt.
Ron, you're gonna get arrested in like 5 minutes for the whole data theft thing. You might want to prepare for that.
Oh yeah, he could get charged for that.
You're gonna get charged for that. You admitted to doing it.
Yeah, that's a whole separate thing. He could get charged for that. However, in the case of that specific thing, the company would have to press charges of that theft, and the head of that company is currently dead, so he might not be getting charged.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right.
I mean, in theory, they also would have, if they actually thought it was enough that they wanted to put him in jail for it, the company would have charged him when they fired him too. So. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna keep that wife, her her spending sprees.
Well, you're not.
How you're gonna fund that now?
Well, it's not like. It's not like she's gonna leave him over that. She's not that much of a bitch.
I mean, I know she's not gonna leave him over this. They clearly love each other. But I think they need to go potentially see like a couples therapist about her spending habits and like the strain that puts on their relationship and things like that, because that's certainly a thing that's happening.
Well, Ron needs to work on himself too, because he's kind of like Adrian. He's just like really flighty for no reason.
Right. Well, yeah. He needs to learn how to establish boundaries and enforce boundaries, and his wife needs to learn how to live a productive life where you're not burning all your money.
And stop committing crimes yourself. You're gonna kill someone. Also, you probably killed someone. And you weren't caught for it.
Yeah, she could very well have some sort of mental disorder, like mental illness disorder, where because I know living dangerously and spending large amounts of money quickly are both destructive habits that some mental illnesses do to essentially seek dopamine and stuff. So buying things that you want is pleasurable, right? Your brain releases chemicals. And so there are people who can't control themselves, and they'll spend all their entire paycheck to get that thing they enjoy. which is alcoholics would be a good example of that, but they're specifically booze. But there are people who they don't have like a specific thing they buy, they just spend all their money super fast because buying stuff is fun. And a thing that kind of goes with that habit of that is also living dangerously and doing these kind of stunt things because it gives you a similar rush. So she very clearly has some sort of problem because she's living dangerously, she's living life on the edge, and she's also living life on the financial edge.
Wait, what are we doing?
Even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way to put it back together.
Oh, they earn.
What, they earn?
Yeah, they earn. Can we just drop this guy as our client, like, immediately? This guy is way too much trouble for what he's worth.
I mean, we're done now.
It's really convenient that Desiree apparently didn't have any desire to come see her husband's trial. Because I'm very dumb.
She was at the trial. This is confirming it.
Oh, yeah, I guess she was. Maya, we don't have to get into their personal business. I don't care. Not the flashy thieves that are really easy to catch. Like a very bad man. And now let me introduce you to Joker, and then you get a different husband. Are you anime enough for Joker?
Do you want to... So Joker, Persona 5 Joker, just to clarify to anybody watching, he's not referring to Batman Joker.
Hey, do you like face paint?
I mean, in all fairness, Jeff, the Joker in Batman also tends to declare what he's going to do just before he does it.
How much of a window are we talking here? Like a week or 5 minutes? What are we talking here, Desiree?
Depends on the story. Joker and Batman will like declare things just before he does them. Like he'll show up on like a talk show and be like, "Well, I'm gonna kill everybody here tonight," and then like 5 minutes later, he's you know kills like he keeps them hanging, and then the cops show up, surround the place, whatever, and then he ends up killing everybody. But then there's shit where he's like, "Well, you have this many days, Batman," like he taunts Batman. I was gonna say the Riddler is more close to a Phantom Thief as far as Batman villains go, because the Riddler always like leaves the riddles and stuff to like toy with the cops and Batman, but mostly Batman.
I wonder what the game has next in store, considering we've been working this case for 4 days. What, just looking at her?
I don't know, she's slapping the ever-loose shit on me, apparently.
Hopefully she doesn't figure out how to punch me in the balls, because that's probably the only thing she could do to hurt me. And even then, that's probably just borderline. So we're kind of still a little early. What do you want to do with this episode?
I have some stuff I need to do. I want to apply for some jobs and stuff. So I'm probably gonna call it here. Like we'll do the like opening thing so that we can be like, ooh, what's gonna happen next week, right? But I think we'll just call it here, and I'll go, and that'll just be it for today. We'll just end it early. Oh, we got Maya in a maid costume for episode 3. Recipe for turnabout.
Well, at least
we also have a guy with a scouter from
yeah, that guy's got some crazy anime things going on.
Got a scouter.
That guy looks like a Yakuza criminal.
My guess is something's gonna happen at like a maid place, and then Maya's gonna like go undercover. Cause like there is another maid in that photo. That's not Maya. You don't see her face. Her back is to us, but it's clearly not Maya's hair.
The very famous maid cafe in California, United States.
I mean, there's probably, if I had to guess where in the United States there is a What the fuck is this?
Well, we're clearly in the middle of a crime. Well, the investigation of crime. Oh, are we on trial?
Victim was alone at his table when he drank
Poison stuff. You were a bum. As big as Gumshoe.
Oh, so we're being accused of being the killer now, or what?
Well, it kind of looks like a really beefy version of Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like someone who happens to look like Phoenix.
So what, he poisoned it directly in front of this guy? What was I gonna say before? Oh yeah, I was gonna say that at least they don't have Maya in an embarrassing maid costume.
Yeah, it's not. It's like the Pokemon. They're the waitress Pokemon trainers. In one of the games.
Well, they do have those cafes in like 3 of the modern ones. Fuck, we failed already. Was that another dream that he has about his work?
I don't know. We'll have to find out next time.
So, I guess to do a proper capper, since we're going to be trying to do something new for the short future. Tuesday, we're going to be finishing up, because I underestimated the time. We're going to be doing part 2 of 2, hopefully, of our PokeChat podcast that we left off last week. And for Friday, we're going to be I should get my video together. We're going to be watching a bunch of FMV interactive movies. I just gotta edit them together, get the death scenes in the proper place, cut out the bullshit, and it'll be ready to go. I'm not sure what the length is gonna be. I think it's gonna be probably 2 episodes worth. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll see how doubling up goes.
Oh yeah, we're also on for Wednesday this week to continue to finish up the Pokemon stuff, right?
Well, we're moving it to Tuesday because I have plans for Thursday.
That's right, Tuesday. Thank you for reminding me of that. Otherwise, I mean, I wasn't going to be doing anything on Tuesday at that time anyway. So you would have just messaged me like, "Hey, let's do it," and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, whoops, forgot. Totally thought it was Wednesday." So, but you just said Tuesday now, so I'm gonna hopefully remember that. I make no promises. It very well could end up being that again. I end up going, "Oh, whoops, I forgot. I thought this was Wednesday." But as I said, as it stands, I don't have any plans for this week other than applying for jobs. So, that's my week.
Oh, and if
I have a friend who has an opening at his work, and he thinks I'll do good at it, and he's gonna put in a good word for me. So I'm hoping it's just kind of that easy. It's for a similar style company that I was working for, so there's at least that connection.
Well,
yeah.
What we're going to be focusing on for the rest of our itinerary is essentially just reviewing Pokemon games. We already got the context of how I played the games. We'll probably go over that real quick, just to remind people who didn't see it. And yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how much we're going to have to say about the 10 core games and a few other ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for joining us here for this typical short Sunday, and yeah, we got a couple of things going on next week. Hopefully we'll see you there.